Hey there, I'm back. I'm going to give another try at this. I finished a workout, which was concentrating on fighting the tendencies in my poor posture. Definitely feeling it. And I've also taken measures to improve the ergonomics of my desk here, which may or may not result in an ability to do this more casually or greatly. We're going to see. No guarantees. So the forewarning, I guess, is that I may elect to drop out of this earlier than anticipated. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm not even paying attention. I'm just forcing air, not a door. Forcing empty space. If I knew how to use these VI keys, I might be able to do this easier, because it would allow me to keep my hands just on the keyboard. And to be perfectly honest, when they're resting on the keyboard, they feel fine. It's when I sort of shift over. Come on, you piece of shit. It's when I shift over to start doing other things that everything gets out of whack. Let's see if I can better control this. Come on, man. Sorry, I'm also having trouble striking the correct keys now that everything's in a different position. But perhaps it will solve some problems. Or perhaps not. We'll find out. Unfortunately, we do want to face this guy in a... Fuck me. Jesus Christ. I hit the gelatinous cube. I didn't kill it. Maybe the antlion killed it. Damn it. Did not want that. Therefore, the gelatinous cube didn't drop anything. Darn it. That was essentially a gold mine I was looking forward to exploiting, if you will. Come on, man. Well, at least it didn't drain strength. That could have been worse. Alright, where are we going from here? See, this is a bit better way to explore. At least we're exploring, you know, the western half of the map and then slowly moving to the east instead of just being haphazard and everywhere. See, I mean, I am able to run through rooms. Did you notice that? I'll just show you again. I can run from here, like, there. That works fine. It's just as soon as you're in a room surrounded, or an area surrounded by 2 walls, like on parallel sides, yeah. Running parallel, rather. That's when the game discounts your running ability. And that's a shame. Still no Word of Recall is better than nothing. Still no potions, though. We didn't get one last time. I don't know if we're going to get one this time. I don't know if you noticed the title of the last episode, but it did occur to me after I finished recording it. Too bad I didn't mention it. Episode 137 was the final episode of 30 Minutes of UMoria, i.e. he completed... Ooh, damn it. He completed the run victoriously in 137 episodes. Even utilizing multiple characters, because he had to use multiple characters, he died at least once. He was still able to do it that fast. And here we are on episode 138, and we're still looking for the damn potions, although admittedly we're at the end of that task. Maybe that's something we want. I mean, I'll eat it. Come on, I don't like a reversion. I'm trying to drop V. Oh, come on, what is the problem? D. I see. D, V. Q, L. And again, the 90% of the of his ability to complete the task so quickly was running. When I watch his videos, like he comes to a hallway that would take us literally 45 or 50 key presses, and in one key press he's through it. So it adds up, man. I am envious of both the fact that we'd be done by now, theoretically, as an example, and the fact that it would take so much less toll on my body to play that way. So again, the only advice I have to any other player out there is to maybe try to go with a more recent port of the game, UMoria 5.7.10, and it galls me to say .10, but then again, we're talking about 2 decimal points, so it's not exactly a decimal, is it? But version 5.7.10, if you want, which seems to be higher than 5.7.9, therefore it is 5.7.10. Come on, drop a potion. I believe, and I kind of forget because it's been a while, but I believe I tested that version, and in fact the run did work just fine in it. So there seems to be an issue with 5.6, UMoria 5.6. Now that said, Ben, who played 30 Days of UMoria, the gentleman who beat it in 137 episodes, of roughly a half hour each, a little longer than a half hour each. He was playing 5.6, and he was able to run, so it's clearly not a universal thing. I don't know if it has to do with my keyboard, if it has to do with Windows 10, if it has to do with Windows at all. Maybe he was playing on a different system. Whatever the case may be, it does seem apparent that he could do it. He could run in 5.6, and I can't. I don't know if you can hear that bing. That was just my wife answering a question I was asking if we still had. We used to have these exercise bands that would theoretically be useful for working out my scapula area. That is part of the problem with my back, which may be part of the problem with my hands. But apparently we got rid of those bands at some point, so I'll have to go buy some new ones. Let's do some more detection work because I haven't done it in a while, and PCE as well. Protection from evil apparently ran out last time right before you hit that closet, so we're lucky it didn't hit us and drain our dexterity or whatever the hell it is they do. I don't quite recall what they do. But we got lucky, that's for sure. How do we fix for your level up here? Another 23,500 or so experience. That sounds like a long way, but bear in mind we started with more than 70 or 80. I don't know, more than 70 for sure. 1,000 experience that we needed to earn to get up a level since the last time we leveled up. So we've obviously made a good chunk of that distance has been covered, which is nice to think about. Certainly this layout here is this jury-rigged layout for my keyboard, which consists of laying a bunch of boards across armrests on a chair and stacking boards on a desk and all kinds of crazy ass shit. But it seems to give me the support I need to make using the keyboard for a prolonged period easier. That's not to say easier. Still, bottom line, I think one of the problems is there's some tendinitis in the forearms, and that's not going to go away as long as I keep playing this game at all. I'd have to take probably a few months, or if not a year or something, away from doing this kind of thing to really let that stuff rest and heal. Which I'm not going to do right now because I want to finish this fucking game. But I mean that's part of the equation, but part of it is poor posture, which I'm also working on, and part of it was extremely poor ergonomics in terms of the layout of my desk. And even though what I just described must sound absurd, planks of wood, etc., it's because the uh-oh, fuck me. Let's back off from this guy. Okay. He can drain strength. Vampire and dragon, that's nice. It's because I don't know if I mentioned this. We had several desks, and I got rid of one of them because it seemed like it was too high, and that was causing potentially some of the problems I was experiencing. So the desk we're left with is considerably lower, but unfortunately I also got rid of my old computer desk chair because it also seemed, well, it was getting old, and it was a bizarrely wide chair. It was purchased for me by some very lovely people, but they themselves had bodies larger than mine, and therefore when they sat in it, they're like, oh, this is comfortable. And for me, I had to like stretch my arms out to reach the armrests. So that was not the healthiest solution, so I went with my wife's old computer chair because she's not using it anymore. Thinking that would be something more, it's narrower, but unfortunately it has these armrests that sort of curve. I don't know how else to put it. They're slightly curved armrests, And because of that curve, I can't really slide them under the desk to rest my hands on the desk surface the way you're supposed to get support. And I've tried removing the armrests, but of course they keep the computer chair together, and if I just try switching to a different chair altogether that has no armrests, then I also have no support, so it's, unless I buy a new chair altogether. The system I came up with now, I lay this plank of wood across the armrests, and that gives me something to rest my arms on, and I can pull the chair somewhat forward to meet the desk and get partially under it, and then that gives me a bit of support there, but then unfortunately, because of the plank of wood's on the armrests, the surface of the desk is slightly lower than the wood on my armrest, so I had to put another piece of wood on the desk to level it all out. That's a convoluted explanation, but it seems to be helping to a degree. Again, nothing's really going to help unless I just back away from the computer for a prolonged period. I'll get a bit of a break this weekend when we head out of town. That'll help. But I don't want to completely abandon this game. If I leave it for several months to let myself heal, I'm going to end up in the same position I am with that, depth 75 Angband character who's, I played many hours with, and now I just have no emotional connection to the character of the game, and it feels like a chore to go back in. But if I don't, then I wasted probably 80 hours of gameplay to get there. It's like, it'd be better just to finish this thing all once and for all. I wonder if this will help. I have 13 minutes or so, and then I am done for the day. Oh, just rest, for God's sakes. I don't know why I like disarming the pits. I think it's because I'm almost universally successful, and if I fail, I fall in and take 2 or 3 points of damage, which really is completely irrelevant. So that might be the reason. I don't like messing with other traps, because if I fail with one of them, the consequences can be dire. And in neither case is it worth much experience at this point. Maybe at the beginning of the game, 5 or 10 experience for disarming a trap would matter, but at this stage in the game, 5 or 10 experience is completely irrelevant. Maybe they should have made as the danger of the traps increases, perhaps they should have made the experience value for clearing them out greater. I don't know. Or even just as you go deeper, it should just be greater for the sake of it. I don't know. It doesn't really seem worth it to risk it. I'm not sure it ever was for this particular character, because he was always so bad at it, but definitely not worth it at this stage, because we get so little out of it. Let us hope that that is a potion of the nature we wish. It's really decidedly not. I'm getting very, very unlucky with those for a while. We didn't get any last round. Well, we haven't got any yet this round. I guess it's not... definitely not over. Decidedly not over, but... I'm feeling skeptical, in truth. Or pessimistic, perhaps, is the right phrase. I don't know. Of course, that just happened. What was it? Well, my characteristics didn't drop. My experience didn't drop. My attributes, rather, didn't drop. I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't know if I got my AC or something. I don't know. Definitely moving too fast. Die, Quilthog. I can fight this guy head on. All he does is terrify you, I think, or maybe confuse you. I don't remember. Nothing particularly dangerous. I was hoping this was a vault. It's not. The reason I chose 5.6 over 5.7.10, which existed even when I started this, which I owned even when I started this this run through, I think I mentioned, was that the physical window within which I'm playing on this 4K monitor for the 5.6 was larger than the physical window for 5.7.10, and it just seemed like it'd be an easier way to play the game. I'm sure there are ways to increase the size of a terminal window to suit your needs. Making it full screen doesn't work. It just makes the screen black with the game occupying one tiny corner of the screen after that. I know you can change the width and height of the terminal, or the font perhaps. I don't know, something like that. I've tried messing around with that, but it really seems to screw up the display. So if anyone has managed to make it to episode 138 and is hearing this and has any tips as to how to adjust the size of a terminal window, I'm all ears. You won't get it to me in time to alter this gameplay because A, because I'm almost done, and B, because I'm not going to publish any of these until I'm done the game. But for future iterations of roguelikes, because a lot of independent roguelikes especially clearly use terminal windows and are often quite small. There was someone once who was talking about, I may have mentioned this again, I've mentioned everything by now. It's like talking to my wife. I've said every story I'm ever going to have to say. I'm sorry for that. But there was one gentleman once who, when he first started playing Caverns 2, was complaining because it defaults to full screen, and he really prefers playing in windowed mode. And I found it odd that he complained about that, because you can just go into the options and click windowed mode, and it instantly goes into window mode. And it also, when you leave the game, it'll save that as a preference, and you'll never have to switch it again. But he, for some reason, found it really took umbrance to the fact that it defaulted to full screen. And I guess the reason I bring this up is that I find it bizarre that anyone would want to default to a window. To me, I always want every game I play to be full screen, and it really, really, really annoys me when it's not. And a lot of these older roguelikes can't play full screen. They always play in these terminal windows. I don't know what that phrase means, by the way, terminal window. I just hear it bandied about it a lot, but they play in windows. And I don't understand why you would want that. I also don't understand why my computer doesn't understand that when I say make this window full screen, I want everything to be scaled up as much as possible to be full screen. Just don't get it. Ironically, as soon as I stepped on the ring of slow digestion, I got hungry. Alright, we're almost done this level. We got about 5.5 minutes left. We'll probably make it to the next level, and that's where we'll end up calling it. Be nice to get a... lovely. I was just going to say, it'd be nice to get a potion before then, and we did. Quaff L. excellent. That is one of the ones I most want as well. I didn't notice our armor class alter, but I bet you our to hit did. It went from plus 20 to plus 21, so that's good. So definite tangible benefits to raising our dexterity, more so than I expected, frankly. That might be about it in terms of, I said PAG there, nothing showed up. There's a little space to explore down here. Am I hitting 3 times now? Once, twice, 3 times. I'm getting 3 swings. With my bastard sword, I'm getting 3 swings. Huh. How long has that been going on for? I don't know if it's because my strength reached a certain level and I just didn't notice it till now. Or if it's a... Fuck. Or if it's a function of the dexterity being raised. It destroyed something of ours. Not the pink speckle potion, not the Gancliso. Probably a staff or something. Oh, didn't we pick up a ring a while back? We picked up some sort of ring we were carrying around. I forget, to be honest. I think it was a ring of increase to hit we picked up a short while back. I think it just destroyed that. That's alright. I wasn't expecting to be using that anyway. Come on, fruit flies. I don't have time for you. I was going to say I might have got them all, but maybe not. Ah, fuck. I hate these things, man. I hate them more than any other creature in the game. More than multi-hued ancient dragons. I hate fruit flies. Because they just take so much time to deal with. And so many key presses. That's again it. It's honestly that it's honestly that fruit flies physically hurt me. That's what it is. You guys cause me physical distress. Alright, I'm done with you. Multiply to your heart's content. I don't want to fuck with you anymore. You're wasting my time. Come on, get out of the way. Alright. We got them contained at least. And we're out of here anyway. Alright, let's get up to that staircase up, just over to our right, unless there's another obvious something to explore en route to that. I doubt there will be. But one never knows. Alright, we have 1 minute and 15 seconds left. We did get a... There's another ring of increase to hit. Ironically. We did get a potion this time. Potion of dexterity. So it's been a perfectly worthwhile trip. We can't say anything about that. Although if we're going to average 1 potion per trip, per episode rather, if that is what's going to happen, and we still need 1 last strength potion, odds are it'll be another 3 to 6 episodes before we find it. Lenia, stop yelling, buddy. Give me 1 minute, I'll come hang out with you. I just gotta finish this episode. hate grape jelly as well because it takes so long to kill, and it makes, again, it requires too many key presses. I have to keep moving my arms about, pressing a bunch of different buttons, literally causing physical pain. Ugh, go to hell. PCE. Oh, we're over the 30-minute mark. Let's call it there. Rest. PCE. When we come back, we're all set to go. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. I'm done for the day, I believe. If I'm back later, it's just because I've had plenty of time to rest and I'm bored. I think I'm going to go work on those blades, get the new wheels stuck in, and head out. That's my plan. Have a good one, guys. I will talk to you later.